bed, think you're something out of my nightmares. Standing right there. But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, then will you get bored of killing?
Welcome to Dear Dana. Come on in. I won't bite.
Never really know just what you
Promise.
want. With you, I don't ever feel calm.
Today we're going to be talking about,
play with me like
are you
cats
carrying around guilt?
You don't understand.
Why are you carrying around guilt?
You don't ever want to give me wings.
Why?
You don't ever want to set me free. You know I'm addicted to you, and it's twisted. You can get it with the evil voodoo. Got me coming back for more, even when I've been screwed.
Why are you carrying around guilt? Are you carrying around guilt?
I got issues in my head. I like you in my bed, but you keep me on
Does it
red.
benefit you?
Everything is like a test. I better not text or I'll come off desperate.
Why do we carry around guilt? Get the stress out. Let's shake it out. Hey, Shelly Marie. Hey, Shabby. Get the stress out. Get it all out. Move it out of your body.
So if I play dead, will you regret everything that you did? That you
Get it out of your body.
I don't think
Move
you
it on
understand
out.
what
Breathe.
you're doing.
Do your
And my
conscious
heart's
breathing.
getting blue from the
You have to
bruising.
breathe
I feel
anyway.
like when I'm with you, I'm losing.
Inhale through
I
your
feel
nose
like
to
you
the
think
floor.
that this amusing. Sitting there gaslighting and confusing. Was it me? Is it me?
Blow
Am I
out through your
deluded?
mouth.
I'm the one who's always sorry, the conclusion. Even though I offer all of the solutions. I wish you loved me like I love you, it's stupid. When I'm alone with you, I never feel lucid. I wish I wasn't struck by Cupid. I wish when I first saw you, I knew this. When I'm with you, I feel so useless. I feel diluted, my heart's been wounded. Silhouettes of you
We're
are
doing
like a
cool
taunt.
meditation.
Never really
Cool
know just what
kind.
you want. With you, I don't ever
Inhale
feel
through your nose
calm.
to the count of 4.
I can feel the sweat inside my palm. Play with me like cats and a
Hold it.
string. You don't understand the pain it brings.
Release
don't
through your
ever
mouth
wanna
to the
give me
count of 4.
You don't ever want to set me free.
But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, baby, you'll get.
Move your body and release. Release. Inhale through your nose to the count of 4.
But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, then will you get
Hold it.
bored of killing me?
Release through your mouth to the count of 4. One more time. Inhale through your nose to the count of 4. Hold it. Release through your mouth to the count of 4. Now just release your body a little bit. Just move it out. If you sway your hips from left to right, you'll release some stored up trauma. Even if you're sitting down. Ooh, I'm already getting hot in here.
Silhouettes of you are like a taunt. Never really know just what you
Okay,
want.
we're about to
With
start
you, I
things
don't ever
rolling
feel
here.
calm. I
Take
can
one
feel
more
the
good
sweat
deep
inside my
breath.
palm. Play with me like cats and a string. You don't understand the pain it
Release through your
brings.
mouth.
You don't ever want to give me wings. You don't ever want to set me free. You know I'm addicted to you, and it's twisted. You've been
I'm
gifted
about
with
to
the
stop
evil
this
voodoo.
song.
Got me coming back for more, even when I've been screwed. Dolls
Thank
full
you
of pins.
everybody
Here's
for
my heart
coming
straight
to
through.
Dear Dana.
I got issues in my head. I like you in my bed, but you keep me on red. Oh, everything is like
Come
a
on,
test.
red.
I better not text or I'll come off desperate.
But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead,
We're gonna stop this song now.
sick of being
The next pause. Here we go.
under my bed, thinking something out of my nightmares. Standing right there. But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, then will you get bored?
Okay, it's time to pause this song and get on with this thing. Love the song. Time to get on with it. everybody. Welcome to Dear Dana. Hey, Devante. Race Morris Studios. Today we will be talking about guilt. We will be talking about why do you carry around guilt. Everybody has guilt. Everybody has guilt. Woo! Don't have that clenching. We all need to remember to do that conscious breathing. When we learn how to do the conscious breathing like a second nature thing, we will begin to do it automatically anytime we have anxiety, stress, when we need to take a test, when we need to go see an in-law or mom, in-law, do something that we don't want to do. That conscious breathing can become your best friend. And it's like doing a mini meditation. You can do it in a cool way even. But anyway, I digress. I took a little mini poll about in the community tab about what we were going to do tonight. Sometimes I like to do that, take a vote, let you all decide what we want to do. Hey, in the bushes, I see you and appreciate you too. But anywho, guilt won. Believe it or not, guilt won. We all experience guilt from time to time, and guilt is actually healthy. It's a built-in barometer. It's a healthy thing. It is what keeps most of the world from de-lifing people. I didn't say lice. I know it's hard to tell with this accent. From de-lifing people. From doing really wrong things. And before I go further, because YouTube likes me too, I'm a trained psychotherapist, but I don't see clients on this live stream. I do give advice sometimes. Hey, Lit Red. Lit Real Red. That's okay if you're cooking. Wonder what you're cooking though. I don't take clients on YouTube. Let's make that clear. If you need to go see someone, check nearby and make a session in your neighborhood. See someone in your neighborhood. I do give advice. I educate people, psychology and mental health, spirituality. Sometimes we do guided meditation. We talk about social commentary, pop culture sometimes, and we run the gambit. We do. Just to clarify things. But we are a community. We are a no-hate zone. We support each other. We uplift each other. We talk about grief, near death, spiritual things. We go all over sometimes. But we are definitely a no-hate zone. It will not be allowed. Ever. We are a loving, kind community. We welcome everybody and every belief system as long as it causes no harm to anyone. My lovely and kind and beautiful people and angels and light workers that come in this place. Anyway, moving forward, before I forget, let me go ahead and drop the intro because you know I'll go squirrel. Go ahead and do that. We are a place where we believe your vibe attracts your tribe. Hey, Miss Candy Washington. Lovely, lovely lady. We are talking about, are you holding on to your guilt? As I said, it is a built-in thing. So we do not take the lives of others. We do not harm others. We have that built-in thing. So most of the world wants to help people, not harm people, wants to love and support people. People that do not have this built in typically are narcissists and psychopaths. So if you meet someone that does not have that guilt inside of them, red flag, red flag, red flag. You should be worried and concerned. Worried and concerned. Now, whether you meet someone or know someone or are someone that carries it around all of the time, that is another thing. That is another thing. We all know guilt can make you physically sick. Guilt can make you physically sick. Look, story time. When I was a little girl, we used to have a store close enough to us. We're talking about, I was born in Atlanta, grew up in North Carolina, came back to Georgia as a teenager. But I was probably, I'm going to guess I was 8, maybe. Why I was walking to a store alone, I do not know why. So I'm guessing I was 8. We could go across this log that was over a stream onto a path through a way overgrown land, down this country path. Why my mom let us cross this highway, I have no idea. Maybe I was a little older than 8. I'm thinking not. Shelly Marie said, guilty. I'm walking around always feeling guilty. Maybe I was a little older than 8, but I'm thinking not. Maybe. My mom had a baby on her hands. My little brother used to do it too. Go to this country store. But we're talking about when you didn't have to worry about as much as we do now, okay? Before cell phones, before flip phones, all that. So I go to the store, and he had bottles of cherries lined up. Ooh, Dana likes cherries. Let's not get dirty here. So I opened the bottle up, and I took a couple of cherries. I closed the bottle, got what I needed from the store. I go home. Ooh, I start feeling guilty. I start feeling so guilty. So guilty, I felt physically ill, guilty. So physically ill, God was going to get me guilty. So physically ill that I was going to throw up, I was like way sick, guilty, physically sick, guilty, that I had to tell on myself to my mama. I had to tell on myself because I was very physically ill because I couldn't handle the guilt at 8 years old. Yes, I was a weird child. Weird child. I could not handle the guilt, and I could not handle the physically ill of it. So I tell on her, and she gives me some money, and I can remember when I closed the jar, I made a mess on the top of the jar. Cherry juice drips, you know, those maraschino cherries. So I go back up there, deeply ashamed. Yeah, I took 2 cherries out of that jar. Why do you think I got physically ill and told my mom on me? I told my mom on myself. So she gives me the money, and I go back up, and I tell that storekeeper, owner, I think he was the owner at that time, what I did and how sorry I was. I'm sure I was probably crying. What I did and how sorry I was, and that I told my mom on myself. And could I pay for the cherries? And I think I know which one it was because I splashed on the jar. And I went and got the jar and paid for it. And I didn't think I deserved the jar. Would he please throw it away? Ooh, honey, I never stole anything again. No way, no way, no way. I know, Diavante, but let me tell you, I have had that kind of conscience my whole life. I have had that kind of conscience my whole life. Look, there was no way I was going to lose my virginity as long as I lived home. Ever. I was afraid my parents would see it on my face and I would never be able to face them. Mm-mm. Nope. Wasn't going to happen. Wasn't going to happen. Let's just put it this way. I was probably the last virgin in high school. Probably the last virgin in high school. Wasn't going to happen. Was not going to happen. Because if you ask me straight out, unless it's going to ruin somebody's life forever, I'm going to have to tell you. I'm going to have to tell you. I'm just going to have to tell you. So, Thank you, Shay B. My conscience and my guilt factor, too high. Too high, baby. And I raised my daughter always to say, doesn't mean she never told me fib. No, it does not. Her guilt factor is not the same as mine. Hey, Marie Crumb. Now, listen, she's normal like other kids. Let me say that. I always raised her, and I said to her, trust and truth is huge to me. It is huge to me. I don't need to know all your private business. But, thank you, Candy. You can come tell me the truth. Do not lie to me. Do not lie to me. As long as I can trust you, that is big. The minute you lie to me, girl, it's going to take a long time to rebuild that. I can handle you doing things, making mistakes. I can handle mistakes. You are human. We are flawed. I cannot handle lying. Ooh, baby, I cannot handle lying. Cannot handle lying. Cannot handle lying. It gets me to my core. I can handle people making mistakes. If you screwed up, come tell me. We'll deal with it. We'll talk about it. We'll talk it through. Look, she can tell me stuff now that I would never be able to talk to my mom about. Not in a million years. Never. Never. Integrity, honesty, loyalty, everything. You're right, Shay. Everything. Everything. Because I'll walk through the fire backwards for people. Look, people have always, animals, people, plants, things that are living. Let me just say things that are living. Things that are living mean everything to me. Now, you give me somebody that hurts people. Now that's different. If you're someone that harms people, that's different. If you're someone that harms animals, people, that's a whole nother ball of wax. I don't think I can go to bat for you if you're trying to harm friends, family, innocent people. I don't think I need a weapon to defend people. I think my adrenaline would kick in, some kind of superpower would kick in. I'm going to have to be honest there. I don't even think my MS could keep me from being able to defend a gun, maybe. A gun, maybe. But some weird thing in me has always had the urge, the need to protect people. Oh, hey, Willow, I hope you're feeling better, sweetheart. I get what you're saying, Shay. Deceit, to me, is a form of harm. If their deceit is there to harm, to harm. Now, sometimes being a therapist, I have to kind of feel out if there's underlying mental health stuff. Where the mental health issue stops and where the person's need to cause harm begins. You get what I'm saying? Like, oh, thank you, Willow. Just take care of yourself, sweetheart. Like, of that starlet of whose name I do not wish to say any longer ever. She has mental health issues. Okay? All of us do to some degree at some time or the other. But the things she's done cannot be blamed on her mental health issues. The things she's done are blamed on narcissism, maybe some deeper, darker issues, in my opinion, of which we won't go into on this show. You get where I'm driving this car? So, deceit, if it's because of mental health issues or because someone's deeply hurting or they're in a bad place or they've gone through a really rough, if there are variables, I can forgive that. Or I can even forgive people I never want to see again. How about that? I can forgive people I don't ever want in my circle again. I can forgive that. I just don't want them in my life anymore. Because I don't want to carry any yuck around. For instance, here's a new one. I won't mention names. Someone I care about and love that I can't get out of my life, I won't, says to me, you just don't have any joy anymore. You're not full of joy. We're having a normal conversation. Not about anything. Just a normal, how you doing? What's going on? You're just not full of joy anymore. You have no joy. We're just talking about the day. Nothing big, nothing to laugh about, no jokes. The person didn't say anything funny. You're just not full of joy anymore. But I can understand why. What? And I said, well, yeah, I am at home. I am at home from time to time. Yeah, we kid around and joke here. Let me preface with this. When I'm with this person, I typically have to walk on eggshells because I don't know what's going to set them off. And I don't know when they're going to make a dig. So I'm better off being on neutral. You get what I mean? I'm better off being on neutral, kind of. When something's funny, I'll laugh or smile, but I'm better off being on neutral and letting them do their show. So when they said, I said, yeah, I can laugh at home and everything. And this person kind of kept going at me. And all I said is, well, I don't understand. What do you want me to do? Turn a cartwheel? Oh, they got triggered good. They wound up real good. And I'm like, what just happened? What just happened? I don't know what just happened. Because I'm not arguing. I don't know why you're upset. I don't know why you're so mad. And the conversation ended with, you're just a joy to have for blah, blah, blah. I'll talk to you later. And I got to feel real confused. Real confused. Like, what? What the hell just happened? And for a second, I felt guilty for a second. Then I thought, I'm not doing this. I'm not feeling guilty because I don't even know what just happened. Not going to feel guilty. So you see what I mean? It clicked in. It clicked in. They wanted me to feel guilty because they were driving that car back in my direction. I said, I would love to record you on the phone so you could hear yourself. And I was like, what the hell just happened? Hear myself? I didn't even start anything. All I said is, what do you want me to do? Turn a cartwheel? I mean, full of joy. When somebody's you're talking about the weather, you're talking about the day, how are you doing? How are you supposed to be full of joy? And then they make the statement, well, I can see why. Like, because you lost your child, you're supposed to be sad the rest of your life. Because how you see me now is how I am in my normal family. But you're not going to be that way with people that you don't know are going to try to pick a fight with you any minute. You're going to be in neutral. You get me? You're going to be in neutral. Especially if it's somebody in your family that they love to fight. They're looking for one. And they're an older generation. Anyway, I know what you're saying. You would have hung up, but not necessarily. Not necessarily. Not when you have to see them. Yeah, this person does have their personal struggle. It's hard to trust people. It is. It is. It is. Renee said, I don't know. I'm confused too. Yeah. It's called gaslighting at its best. I'm glad you're doing better. I want to know. And I'm going to put, how many of you deal with guilt regularly? How many of you deal with guilt regularly? Be honest. How many deal with guilt regularly now? You do, Renee. Just Renee? How many used to deal? Giovanni does. Me, not so much. I don't care about people problem. I got my own to worry about. How many of you used to deal with it much regularly? Let's say weekly. Now, I know some people have it underlying, kind of underlying, like an underlying guilt. Maybe it's not here in your forefront. Nikki does. Maybe it's not in your forefront all the time, but maybe it's underlying. Like maybe it's underlying, I carry guilt from the past. How many people carry guilt from the past? Like it's hanging on in your shadow. Like a guilt you can't shake. Like you wish this would have been different. You wish you real red. You wish you could shake it from your psyche. That's you. I wish we could have a panel talk about it. How many of you, Candy Washington, how many of you feel like on some level it affects you unconsciously? Paranormal says, sometimes I feel guilty that my kids don't have their dad, but I just hate to say I'm glad he's not here at all. Sheila said, I do, that I didn't spend enough time with Michaela, let not have her left us. I can understand that. That's a different kind of guilt. But I understand what you're saying. Sheila, I completely understand what you're saying. But I will say this to you, Sheila Swan. In the time I have known you, just from what I have seen, you have been one of the most hands-on dads I have witnessed, just from what I have witnessed. To be honest, I know you would want to spend more time, but I'm just saying. I'm not trying to sugarcoat or appease you. So I can see you wanting to spend more time, but never question enough. Shay, I would say maybe it's situational, except I do carry guilt with my kids. I should have done more. I think we all feel that way. Should have done more. And even when we say we should have done more, would that even be enough? Would that even be enough? All the mother's guilt, all the father's guilt. Woo! Guilt trips for moms. I try not to guilt trip my daughter. When I do, I'm smiling when I do it because I'm playing with her when I'm doing it. Because I used to hate it. I still hate it when my mom does it. I hate manipulation. So when I do it with my daughter, I'm smiling like a Cheshire cat the whole time because she knows I'm playing. But yeah, I hate guilt tripping. Hate it. I hate it when people use it as a tool. I do admit when I was at the throes with my ex-husband, yes, I did use it with him. When I was in the midst of divorce with him, I did use it with him. I 100% did use it with him. If Sheila or Candy would like to come up I am throwing the invite down for them, for Shoeless or Candy. If they just happen to want to come up, Shoeless or Candy. I always had guilt over leaving my kid's father, but it was more than just him and I not getting along. He was becoming toxic to me and my, at the time, 1-year-old twins. When it gets to the point that it's toxic and it causes more harm to your children than good, look, let me just say, I will be the first to say parents should not stay together just for their children. If the relationship is super toxic and there is conflict and chaos all the time, parents should not stay together simply for their children. If all the children are seeing is toxicity, arguing, negativity, the energy there, no worries, Sheila. Take care of yourself. If the energy is negative, if that is all your children are experiencing, I never recommend parents stay together for that reason. Back when in the 50s, 60s, 70s, maybe not so much the 70s, but especially in the 50s and 60s, especially because of shame, and you didn't hear as much about people getting divorced in the 50s from what I understand, because there was a lot of embarrassment and shame for people to get divorced in the 50s. There was all that. It just wasn't as commonplace. People would ride or die it out and stay together. I mean, I know my mom's parents. Please feel better, Sue. Yeah, Sheila's one. My mom's parents stayed together forever till the day they passed. Was their marriage perfect? Nope. But it was unheard of, so they stayed together. Now, there's something to be said about it in some ways, because a lot of marriages tried to fight it out and stay together. And there's something not to be said about it, because oftentimes marriages stick it out for the wrong reasons. These days, people are like, ooh, I'm not in love, we done. It's too easy to get out. But that being said, again, I don't think parents should stay together just for the children. I don't think they should leave too quickly because they're bored or don't want to stay either. I think that if there's still something there, they should try to work it out. But, it gets complicated. Alcoholism, Shay says, alcoholism, let me throw it up on the screen. Was what turned me away from him. But after all these years, we have remained close and we are in a much better place. That's good. If you're close and it's a better place, what a better thing. And sometimes if you can remain close afterwards, the kids get better parents, right? The kids get better parents. There's less guilt then that you did the better thing if the kids get better parents and if you're able to work it out. I wasn't able to do that with mine. Initially, I had guilt. So I was like, he had, I've told you before, story time, he was out on the road with Ozzy Osbourne and all these stars. He was the road crew. He was the stage crew. All of that. That's why I got to see a lot of famous people and meet some, right? But after a while, being that he was around all of that, he started using drugs and alcohol, trying to hide it from me. But, I poured it down the drain, made him angry. Um, the end of the end was he went to a party, got a DUI, and tried to call me to come get him. I left him in jail. Didn't go get him. That was the end for me. I knew it was coming. I felt it coming. I knew it was going to happen that night. My spidey senses were tingling. I was waiting for it to happen. I knew I wasn't going to get him. I knew he was going to be mad. I knew that was the end. I knew that was the end. Look, I knew I was going to divorce him the day Noah was born. I had been dealing with DV. I knew I was going to divorce him the day Noah was born. He refused to take me to the hospital. Noah was coming early. I knew I was divorcing him. So shortly thereafter, when Noah got to come home, this occurred. That was it. That was it. So things happen. And after the fact, I offered he didn't have to pay child support if he would, as long as he would go get treatment. Hey, Jessica T, please, so happy to see you here. If he would go get treatment, and he refused to get treatment. I was not going to let him have Noah, he needed to train to even take care of him. I was not going to let him have visitation with Noah alone. No way, Jose. It would have to be supervised. There was no way on God's green earth. Because he'd have to be supervised. This child had medical needs. No way. So, I was trying to give every ample opportunity. There was no way. And get this. Get this. Look, I felt guilty because I wanted his birth father to have the opportunity. When I was divorced, when I had remarried, his family and himself took me to court about his visitation and everything. This is before he finally signed his rights away. You're going to love this. And we're going to go back. I was tested for abilities. His stepfather knew this information. It was never discussed in any grandiose way. So, what he decides to do in court is yell to the judge that I had abilities and I am a witch. To think that it was going to affect whether my ex-husband was going to get some kind of special rights, like they could prove any of that whatsoever. It was insane. It was insane. Of course, my face was like, what? They just said, what? My dad wanted to take me on holiday with him to England for 2 weeks. My mom said no, and he left and came back 7 years later. OMG. Your mom was probably smart because he may not have come back with you. He may not have come back with you. Yeah, that is very sad. But his plan might not have been to come back with you. I'm very sorry. But that's probably why your mom said no. I would have been scared if I was your mom. For various reasons, but I would have been scared if I was your mom. I would have been saying no too. Because your mom might not have gotten to see you ever again. But the guilt we carry, here's one thing. Sometimes people carry guilt to punish themselves. Sometimes people carry guilt to punish themselves. They don't carry guilt for the right reasons. If you carry guilt to make amends to the person, that's one thing. Yes, she would have been afraid. I mean, my heart breaks for the things. Your dad. I'm so sorry, Steve. She would have and should have been afraid. I mean, I would never let someone take my child to a different country, much less a dad like that. She did the right thing. But take your kid to another country without you? No, 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 no. The very fact that you turned out loving and kind and gentle and the kind of father you did is a freaking miracle and shows that you are a light worker, Sheila Steve. Period. Period, period, period. The people that come out of such diversity is wrong word, that come out of situations like you did, some of the things that I came out of, not saying that I'm any big deal whatsoever. When you come out of situations that are dark and you want to love on and help on and be kind to people, it means something, okay? So the fact you came out like you did is a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing, Steve. And I'm going to say this again. Everybody that is, how do I say this? Sometimes I feel like, and not because I created it, let me preface with this. I feel like my children, and especially Noah and now Michaela and the angelic, right? Not necessarily because I created it. Maybe because I was guided to create it. Sometimes I feel like this channel is like a lighthouse. And I feel like oftentimes the people that are attracted in here have that special something, that special essence. The wounded warrior, let's say, that light worker essence that is directed and internally and spiritually and soulfully instructed to reach out to others and to help others. And whether it be through your smile, your hand, your energy, your something, you've got this special thing where you do no harm and you have this essence about you where you just want to help people, love on people, lift them up, support them, be kind, right? So I'm just saying this because if you haven't seen it, what I put in the community tab to all of you is how I truly feel. You're genuinely special, worthy, kind, loving, light worker type people, and you make a difference. But back to the guilt. Somewhere along the line, that guilt you carry yeah, friends came to my house too. I don't think I maybe have spent the night at somebody's house once. Maybe once. Um that guilt sometimes you carry. We have guilt because we've done something or we hurt someone and we go to them and we apologize and we make amends, right? And we say, I'm sorry. If we can no longer say we're sorry, you can get rid of that guilt. If the person's no longer here or the animal's no longer here, then you go and do something in honor of that person or that animal, right? But if you're still holding on to that guilt day after day after day, then you're trying to punish yourself for some unknown reason of feeling you are not worthy. And that unworthiness is attached to some trauma within you. Some trauma within you that's connected to another person. It's connected to another person. It doesn't belong to you, really. It's connected to another person that tried to make you feel that way. That tried to make you feel that way. And you're still trying to punish yourself in the same way that that person once tried to punish you. And you really just need to give it back to them. It doesn't belong to you. It doesn't belong to you. If it's something you did, you can make amends. But if it's something from your past, you're holding on to something that doesn't belong to you. And you're trying to constantly punish yourself. Now, if it's a mom thing where you're like, oh, I should have done more. I should have done more. You're kvetching yourself. All mothers have that mother guilt where they're going, oh, I should have done more. Well, you can't do more about the past. You can only do more about the moment. The moment. If you have guilt about something of the past that you can't change, have an honest conversation with your child. Even if it's an adult child. Don't loop the past. Don't loop the past. Just have a sit down, honest conversation with your child. Say, you know, when this happened and I wasn't there or I didn't do XYZ, I really want to tell you, I've thought about this so much in the past and I really regret, and this is how I feel, and I should have, or I wish I had, and from the bottom of my heart, I really want to let you know how much I regret that. Good, Renee. Perfect. Perfect. And all you can do is the now, and make the moment and make the now count for everything. Make the now count. Make the now count. Don't loop the past so much about everything you couldn't do because you're wasting time looping and feeling guilty. Because the time is so precious and it's going by. Every moment we waste feeling guilty, we're burning that time. We're burning it. And if you're beating yourself up with the guilt, you really have to take a good look in the mirror and go, why am I beating myself up? What purpose does this serve me? Because whoever you're feeling guilty about, they don't know it. If you haven't had an honest conversation, if you can't make amends, if you can't make amends, if you're just beating yourself up about something from the past, just to beat yourself up and punish yourself, if that guilt belongs to somebody else, you have to have a real good heart-to-heart with yourself. You do. And say, why the hell am I punishing myself with this? What purpose is it serving? What purpose is it serving me? Why do I feel the need to put myself in this kind of prison? Why am I putting myself in a life prison? Wouldn't this be better suited using this energy to serve somebody else? Virginia Woolf says, hey, Virginia Woolf, baby, him and his wife. I can't remember if you have a child or not, Virginia. I want to say you do, but I can't remember. I think of it like graduation. We have graduated from the past. Be 100% in the moment. No guilt. Look, sometimes we're going to feel a tiny guilty about something. Sometimes I feel guilty if I eat ice cream more than once in a week. Sometimes I feel guilty if my mom says something she shouldn't and I come back. Sometimes. I never say curse words at her. I'm never cruel. But sometimes I know I shouldn't engage. You're going to feel guilty sometimes. So here's the thing. Feel guilty, let it go. Feel guilty for the right reasons. It's a built-in human emotion. It's healthy to feel guilty sometimes. It's built in to be utilized. It's not built in to live on our chest, in our mind, in our body, to walk every day with. It's not built in to walk every day with. It's not. When I was younger, look, I would feel guilty about everything. Everything. Stupidly. Because, look, I was raised to feel guilty about everything. Manipulated to feel guilty about stuff. No more. I will not live like that anymore. I will not live like that anymore. I will only feel guilty about the right things. Like, what will I feel guilty about? If I don't know. If I had a party and I could only invite 20 people and I couldn't invite just these 2 other people, I would feel guilty about something like that. That would make me feel bad. Oh, have a good night. Rest well, Willow. Take care of yourself. But the kind of guilt that some people harbor, there are some people that feel so guilty they can't bear themselves. They can't bear themselves. And then there's some people in this world have no guilt whatsoever. No guilt whatsoever. Like the people that harm people, I will never in a million years understand how someone can hurt another person and not feel one minutia of guilt. One minutia of guilt. Nope. Like my ex, not one minutia of guilt. None. I don't understand how people can hurt animals. I don't understand how people can do all kinds of cruel things and have no conscience, no guilt whatsoever. Or act like things didn't happen or change history. Nope, don't understand it. And I am in the field. They're wired that way, or there is evil. And people could try to argue with me that there is no evil. I beg to differ. I beg to differ. There is mental health problems and there is evil. You can treat mental health problems. You cannot treat evil. You cannot treat evil. Sorry. You cannot treat evil. Ooh, I didn't know it was normalized in Cambodia. I didn't know that. Two forces, good and evil. I didn't know evil was normalized in Cambodia. That is new to me, but I've never been there. But, I will never understand evil. And look, you can tell me all you want to, but I have seen the color of a man's eyes change when he is in the midst of evil and they go dark. They go black. And I mean black. I've been like this. One was my ex-husband, and one was a patient. They go black. When you are dealing with evil, they go black. So, nobody can tell me there is not evil. And I also believe evil can take over a person when their vibration's very low. When their vibration's very low. And I'm digressing again. Yes, I do this. We'll be talking about a topic. Sometimes we'll go up left to center. Look, when a person's vibration is really low, and this doesn't happen to everybody, so don't get scared. It depends on your personhood. when a person, when their vibration's really low, and it depends on the person. It depends. Look, I'm gonna say it anyway. I'm gonna say it that way anyway. It depends on the person. It depends on their soul. It depends on the person themselves, how they live their life. But, and if they have a lot of darkness, and if they vibrate on a low level anyway, right? But if they are vibrating low anyway, and they use drugs and alcohol, and what kind, okay, it can open something up, open up a little gateway, right, for evil to sort of take over. And it doesn't happen to everybody. I guess it just happens to be where you are when that little energetic field is available. And it can temporarily take over certain people with just the right level. It's like right time, right place. Right time, right place, right space. Let's put it that way. Right time, right place, right space. And the person is the right space with just all the right things lining up, aligning. So let's just say sometimes they can take over an individual with everything in alignment, meaning energetically how the person's energy is normally, if it's on the low end, if they're doing alcohol and drugs, everything has to align. And they may use that individual. Honey, scary. Like Renee says, she's seen those evil eyes before. It is nothing to play with. And you may think that person on any other given day may not be capable of de-lifing you. When you see that, they are capable of de-lifing you. Ask Renee. They are capable of de-lifing you on that given day that you see those eyes. They are capable. Been there, seen that? Glad I'm not there anymore. Talking about spiritual warfare. And on the flip side of that, I also think that was a huge test for me, spiritually speaking. If all things happen for a reason, if everything is a test. Sheila says, some people get the taste and what we consider evil becomes normal. Do not ever want that normal in my life. But going back to the guilt thing, we have to have some level of guilt in our life. Some. If we didn't have some level of guilt, we would run rampant, maybe. It's sort of like a barometer for us. There's good guilt, there's bad guilt. But you have to decide, do you have some bad guilt in your life? Do you have some unhealthy guilt in your life? How many feel like you have some unhealthy guilt that you need to take a look at and say, ooh, it needs to go. This is not healthy guilt. I need to take a look at it. I need to decide it needs to go out of my house. Hey, Shirley. Be glad you're home. Some of you need to take a look at your guilt. and say, is it serving me? Can I make amends with this? Can I take it off my checklist? Can I apologize with it? Can I make amends with it? Right? Can I do something positive with it? Can I make a difference in my life with it? Am I trying to punish myself with guilt that belongs to someone else? Is it a piece of trauma from the past? Why am I beating myself up and punishing myself with guilt? Why am I doing this? Do I feel I'm not worthy? Is that why I'm doing it? Does it leave me in a loop? Does it keep me in a loop? I see Sheila said, I have been contacting people and saying sorry to people for mistakes I made when I was younger since Michaela passed. May I ask how they are reacting to you doing so, Steve? It is a beautiful thing, Nikki, but I'm just curious to how they are reacting after so many years. And I'm glad that most have been positive. Now I'm going on to stupid story time again. Move on from age 8. I got to about, I guess that was 11, pushing 12. I had decided in my head I was going to be a nun. Hey, Spartan Dan. I was going to be a nun in my head. Had not told my parents. So I decided I was going to write down everything that I thought I had ever done wrong. Now, I wasn't 12 yet, so I had to be 11. I was going to write down everything I had thought I had ever done wrong. And we're talking menial, stupid things from stuff I'd done to my brother, or just really stupid things that are no big deal things. So I made this list, turned it into my mom and dad. And these are probably anything I thought I'd done my whole life that I could remember as an 11-year-old. No big deal things. I mean, I can't even remember anything on the list. I think one was I peed outside behind a house they were building because I couldn't wait to get home. Something stupid like that. So I turned this list into my mom because I couldn't live with the guilt. And I wanted to clean my soul, basically. Of course, she thought I was weird. So I handed it in because I wanted to just feel free, turn it in. That was it. So I did. 11 years old. She laughed. Because I didn't want to feel like I was holding on to anything. Thank you, Renee. So you see, I've been unusual way before now. Way before now. I didn't want to feel like I was potentially holding on to anything they didn't know about whatsoever. Maybe I went to somebody's house without permission. Anything, anything. So I did that. So finding closure and apologizing is so healing. Shay, girl, you are right. You are right. Doesn't mean as I grew up as I was a teenager that they knew every single thing I did, every place I went, all the time. No, because I would be with friends. Sometimes friends would want to go somewhere my parents didn't know about. Was I nervous? Yeah, I was nervous because, I wasn't driving the car. I wasn't in charge where they were going with their car. I was always paranoid my parents were going to find out because everybody knew me that I didn't know, remember? So, yeah, I've always been weird. I've always been weird. I honor you, Sheila Steve, for doing that. So, here's the thing. We need to feel guilty about typical things. That's what drives our GPS. Do we need to carry guilt on us like a backpack? No, we don't need to carry guilt on us like a backpack. Thank you, Renee. We don't need to carry it like a backpack. We don't need to let it eat us alive. We all do things we feel guilt about, but if you hang on to it, it will eat you up. Um, yeah, but if we can do things like who was saying a story about, it was just if you burn somebody's tree down that meant something, right? You can't bring the tree back, right? You can't bring the tree back. This is just an analogy. But what you can do is you can go get another tree just like they had and plant that tree. You can ask forgiveness. You can apologize. You can plant another tree. You can do things to try to make amends. Ask for forgiveness. People may not always forgive you, right? They may not. But you can always do the next right thing. It's about always doing the next right thing. Trying to make amends, do the next right thing. Be good to people. Be good to people. Dan says try not to make the mistake again. Don't let it define you. He says, don't let it define you or what you become. And try to set a better example for people. You learn by your mistakes. Let others learn by your mistakes. Let others learn by your mistakes. Spartan Dan says, I shot at people, I stole, treated people bad in the past, but I tried to make up for it. You're living a better life. You're a better person now. You have empathy. That makes a difference. You have empathy. You're a better person. You have a heart. That is what matters. being kind, living free, trying to help people. It's about don't be cruel to people. Make the place a better world. People do make mistakes. No one is 100% pure. Babies are 100% pure. We come to Earth School to learn. We come to Earth School to learn, right? We come to Earth School to learn. We don't learn without making mistakes. He said, Spartan Dan said, I was in a gang in Southwest Detroit. Parents stoned. I just went off, but that was in the 70s. Different time in the 70s for sure, huh? It's definitely a different time. Well, it's a different time now. Try raising, well, she's 20 now, but she was a teenager not that long ago. Try raising teenagers with technology, with everything technology. Oh, girl, yes. Shelly said, the worst is always feeling guilty, even if you don't do anything to feel guilty about. But Shelly, that's a learning curve. I've been there too. And sometimes people try to make you feel that way. But that's learned behavior. Feeling guilty when you don't do anything to feel guilty about is learned behavior. It's learned behavior. So you have to kind of unlearn some of that and put that energy somewhere else. And that's what I've had to unlearn from parental units. I've had to unlearn that energy. Yeah, I commend Spartan Dan for making the changes. I mean, he has a lot. Spartan, you have a lot you could teach teenagers about unlearning. Unlearning. I know, Shelly. It's hard when you learn that from your parents. Guilt is only good a little bit. Guilt is not a lot good. Guilt can smash down your spirit if you have too much of it. If you have too much guilt, it sucks you dry. If you have so much guilt, you need to go do something freeing, like go play in a water spout. Go play in a water spout or do something childlike that will make you feel free, that won't get you in trouble, but is, a guilty pleasure. Find a guilty pleasure that won't get you in trouble, but might have gotten you in trouble when you were a kid. Eat too many donuts. Play in the sprinkler. Put your feet in a fountain. Ooh, damn, sometimes it's too much, girl. Or go to the grocery store, and when the music's playing, get behind a stranger and shake your booty. When they start to turn around, stop. Especially if you can take a kid with you and do it and embarrass them. That's real fun. If you can act like a kid more than the kid you're with, bingo. Love that, Smart Dan. It's even more fun if you can go to a Boys or Girls Club or Boys Club of America or the YMCA. or even start your own um, club on Facebook or something along the lines where you can speak. You can speak to teenagers online that have been in trouble, like volunteer to do so. Anyway, just a thought. Oh, I forgot to take my meds tonight. My MS meds. I need to remember when I get off. I just remembered that. Duh. I was trying so hard to get on time tonight and not be late that I forgot. But the point of this whole thing tonight, we need to break the pattern. Don't let guilt swallow you up if it doesn't belong to you. You need to decide where it belongs. You need to decide where it belongs. Is it swallowing you up? Is it swallowing you up? If it is, and it's swallowing you up so much that you feel sick and nausea and you're not living, this is a problemo that you need to work on, or talk to a counselor, or ding me up and let's talk about it for a minute, because it probably doesn't belong to you if it's that bad. It's trauma related. Woo wee! Spartan Dan, you were a feisty thing, weren't you? Feisty, feisty, feisty. Life experience is good. I just want more life in me so I can learn to use it a little bit, you know. But I'm just not joyful. I am not joyful. I have no joy in me. I have no joy in me. I have no joy in me, says the person I talked to tonight. That's because, when I talk to them, I'm on neutral. I'm on neutral. I can never get my screen right. Oh, I think it probably would help if I take the tab off. I forgot to unflick. Oh, your grandson. That's right. You have your hands full of the grandson. And that's the other thing. Kids with special needs teach us so much. People need to stop and listen and learn and watch and spend time with kids with special needs and autism and everything else. They just do not know. Yes, thank God you made it out alive. I'm so happy y'all are here tonight. You just do not know. Listen, we need to measure it out about the times we're on live when everybody can seem to make it, because I want to make it when everybody is available. I never can quite line it up for everybody, and I'll look and Mims and Shan and Up and Adam and everybody's on. We're all on about the same time. I want to make it convenient for everybody. Not talking about creators, I'm talking about all y'all. I love and care about all of you so much. The guilt topic was the most popular tonight. I am all ears for everything all of you want to talk about and the topics that you want to talk about. Are the polls helping when I, seek things out that are important? That is for sure that he had some busy guardian angels, that he is still here and in one piece. Because they are not allowed to impede upon your free will unless your life is in danger. And it sounds like his life was in danger plenty. Because remember, you must ask for their help. And they are not allowed to impede upon your free will unless your life is in danger. Has anyone got any questions about guilt? Did you know it is healthy to have it? You know it's actually healthy to have it? It needs to be built in more with some of the kiddos, that is for sure. I think I was an overly guilt-ridden child. It sounds like I was an overly guilt-ridden child. You've asked and you've answered, Spartan. You've actually helped. Shelly, my friend, you are more in check. You are more in check than a lot of humans. Girl, my friend. We need to have a what would you do night. Throwing out questions and seeing what people would do in that situation. I've been thinking about that. What would you do? What do you all think about that? What would you do? Yeah, Shelly. Like, what would you do? You get the opportunity to have a one night stand with the movie star of your choice. Would you tell your significant other or keep it to yourself so as not to make your significant other insecure? What would you do? Would you tell them? Or just be with the famous actor of your choice and never mention it for the rest of your life? And the famous actor gives you $2 million not to mention it. $2 million. Tax free. One night. What would you do? Yeah, what would you do? Sounds like a fun night. I know, but still. Okay, Shay B, $1 billion. $1 billion. That would pay off my medical bills for life and everything. I don't know. My husband might. My, my husband might say $1 billion. $1 billion. My husband might say for $1 billion, just don't ever tell me. He might. I know, right? I mean, $1 billion one night? I don't know. I mean, I think about the medical bills, money I could leave my daughter. I could take care of my nieces for life, pay off the house. I mean, look, I could give money to Children's Hospital of Atlanta. I could start my foundation in memory of my son. Look, girl, we got to have that night. Look, any of you creators watching, if you start that night, look, we're going to do that night this week. If you steal my idea, I'm going to be knowing you watching in the bushes, and you stole my idea. Look. What do you call it when you paid for that idea? What do you call it when you pay for that idea? I paid for this idea. In spirit, I had paid for this idea. What do you call it when you paid for that idea? By gosh. Okay, I'm going to say it right now. Wednesday night or Monday night, Monday or Wednesday night, we are having the show. What would you do? Patented. I've patented this idea for the Dear Dana show. What would you do? Dear Danas, what would you do? Thank you, Shelley. I've bought and patented. I'm not drinking. It's bubbly water. We are spiritually bought and patented on Dear Dana channel. Starting this week. Dear Dana, what would you do? YouTube style. It's official. Hey, start DMing your questions. You will be contributing to the questions. What would you do? You will be contributing to the questions that we ask the people on the chat in the channel. Send me all your interesting questions. What would you do? So as we stand now, that has been our discussion about guilt. Do not wear it like a 50 million pound backpack. Look at it, observe it, apologize, ask for forgiveness or grace, try to make amends, try to make a difference, have a conversation, be there or be square. Watch, I'll probably miss it. Don't you miss it. And you listen to the people. Who listens to the people? Try to make amends. Have a conversation if it's something in the past you can't undo. Have a genuine heart-to-heart conversation with someone that you wish you could have changed it. This is how you feel. Have a heart-to-heart. And if it's something that you are just beating yourself to death with, it is from trauma in the past. So look at it and tell yourself it's not yours, it's theirs. And how is it serving you? If it's not serving you, it's time to really take a look at it and either take it out of your shadow, have a discussion that can with someone that can be not of your family, someone that can be objective, someone that can be objective, or someone that you can get therapy from. Anyway, I love you all. I appreciate you all so much. Thank you for coming to the channel. If you would like to donate to the coffee fund, you can. You don't have to, but you can at miracles3@charter.net or at Dear Dana 1111 at Cash App. Like I said, you don't have to, but you can if you want to. And I appreciate you all. You can come to the community tab and you can become a part of the community, chat back and forth, answer when we have polls, and remember, I have patented what would you do YouTube version at Dear Dana, and we'll be doing that this week. And remember, your vibe attracts your tribe. Come join the community if you are in the bushes. We're not scary, we're loving and supportive. You would like it, you really would. We have all wonderful people here that are experiencing growth and support. But anyway, thank you. Please like, share, and subscribe. I almost said prescribe. No, like, share, and subscribe. Have a good rest of your week, and I will see you next time. Take care of each other and do something good. Yes, bye, beautiful people. Mwah! And thank you for sharing so much, Dan. Hey, Debbie Coakley. And thank you, Sheila, and Shelly, and Renee, and oh my goodness, so many people came. And Shay B. Let's run down the list if I can real quick. Hope I didn't miss anybody. Shelly Marie. I want to thank Moshedi, Spartan Dan, Sheila Swan. I hope I don't miss anyone. Oh no, my friend Jackson is back. Oh, I do not butcher it. I'm trying to spell Virginia Woolf. Just a tea, please. So happy you could come. Did I say Shabby? I think I said Shabby. Nikki. Bonsoir. Just a tea, please. Oh, yes. We had a special visitor. Oh, where is she lit? There's a real red. Paranormal Witch Willow, please get better. I'm spinning fast as I can. Trying to spin through the list. Do not want to bore anyone. Oh, I don't want to sound like I'm doing that either. This is PG. Diavante, Remorse Studios. Oh, can I go faster? Well, I don't want to go that fast when it's not PG. We know that. Oh, maybe we don't know that. So sorry. Who am I missing? Oh, I went too fast. Candy Washington. Yes, the very beautiful Candy Washington. Anybody else I missed, please forgive me. Bonsoir, mon ami. Until next time. Thank you for coming. Passez-nous. See you later. I'm about to really destroy this accent. Please like, subscribe. Till next time. Bye, everybody. Take it easy. See you on the upswing. Here we go. I'm just going to go out with a song because I got to fix my outro song. Until we go. Until next time. Love y'all. Bye. Yeah. I gotta find the song. Here we go.
feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 yo, go, go, go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, or the highway. And in the driveway is a nice range. Cause I grind through the climb, I invite pain. You'll never hear me, bitch, nah, I don't complain. Just gotta flip the switch and you can go and obtain anything you want, anything you need. Your mind's got the key ingredient, it's belief. They'll deceive with the negativity, but I just slide right by that energy. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go. You got a mind, but even that could change. You could flip the gray matter like some batter in your brain. That's why I say, fake it till you make it A. And if you play that game, then you just might make a change. Rearrange all the bad to okay. Take the worst thoughts saying, turn them to a game. Take the best thoughts saying, put them on display. On repeat in your brain till you're feeling no more pain. Never slow yourself down, you can do some more. Push past all the pain and you'll find a door. Open it up and finally explore everything that you thought you could never do before. And even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 yo, go, go, go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, or the highway. And in the driveway is a nice range. Cause I grind through the climb, I invite pain. You'll never hear me, bitch, nah, I don't complain. Just gotta flip the switch and you can go and obtain anything you want, anything you need. Your mind's got the key ingredient, it's belief. They'll deceive with the negativity, but I just slide right by that energy. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go. You got a mind, but even that could change. You could flip the gray matter like some batter in your brain.